G'day everyone and welcome back to episode 34. We looked it up this time.
We are back on
34 of the podcast. I'm JH.
and I'm George.
And yes, we are back, even though to you guys we never left. But
Yeah, it's the exact opposite of what we were dealing with the other day.
I know. Well, the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's we're both back from holidays. We'll dive into that in a sec. But first of all, nod to the sponsor. Serafin Machinery have a passion for introducing innovation into the agricultural industry and providing customers with exceptional service and quality products at the best prices. Each day, they strive to be the seeding and tillage specialists.
By providing a combination of Australian designed and manufactured seeding and tillage equipment with imported quality products, Serafin can provide the very best range of farming equipment to suit Australian farmers, contractors and resellers.
With dealers in most states, Serafin Machinery believe their continued success is a result of 4 factors.
Selling quality equipment at competitive prices,
Ensuring every experience is A+ rated.
exceptional staff who share the same values as the company,
Industry-leading manufacturing, assembly and servicing facilities. So again, a massive thank you to Serafin Machinery for jumping on and being a sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been awesome to have them as a sponsor and to what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
I think it's like take a leap of faith with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is great. Like it's awesome. Like I mean, when we started out this, like we were joking, but no, the guys have been like it's been awesome.
They've been great to deal with. Just been fantastic.
Was really hoping that someone was going to take up the June special. That would have really solidified our position.
So this is possibly our last episode with our partnership with them.
Yeah.
We said between 10 and 12 episodes. This is 11.
Yeah.
You go away end of this week for a little bit of surgery on the old schnuz.
Yes, yeah. Got to get the side profile right.
So it could ruin your podcast voice.
Yeah.
But it's more that, you're going to be recovering from surgery.
Yeah.
We just don't want to try and squeeze a potty in for that. So,
yeah. But the guys have been
fantastic.
Absolutely unreal.
I know that both Vince and Rod would like to keep the sponsorship going.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's going to depend on their the upper management one on that one. So I've got to send them all the data and everything, and we've got to make sure it works for them.
Yeah. They've got to be getting value out of us talking shit, basically.
Yeah. So, So, we'll see what happens. But just on that, there could be a bit of a break now between potties boys and girls.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the
Farming.
seasons.
Yeah, so we are still going to plan to do our live.
Yeah,
We haven't decided on when that will be. It might not be August now because it turns out I have got quite a full August.
yeah.
But it could be end of August, beginning of September. Could be end of July.
We'll work it out.
We'll make it fit.
Yeah,
We'll let you know in advance.
I was down at Mungie for a community event the other day. And
Yes,
I did say to a couple of people, "Hey, like,
Come on.
there might be a bit of a live event," and
How'd that go down?
I'm actually afraid.
It worked too well.
It's just a couple of responses there that I was like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to need the old beep sound.
Yeah. Might need some bounces.
Yeah, Roger.
But nah, it would be good.
No. So we've got quite a few things to catch up on. So it's another catch-up episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, should we fully disclose how long it's been?
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Has it been 3 weeks?
I think it's been 3
I think
weeks.
it's been 3 weeks. Yeah. Because, how was your holidays, George?
That was good. It's really good.
Yeah, what happened on your holidays?
Josiah's cyberbullying campaign came to an abrupt end in the forests of what are they called? The tingle trees.
I got no idea what they're called.
Oh, like the
It wasn't mine.
Valley of the Giants.
My event.
Valley of the Giants. Anyway, yeah. So now decided to get engaged.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait. There we go.
That's it.
Congrats, mate.
Thank you.
Oh, that's going again.
Second round.
Second round. It's a standing O. No. So I'm starting saving now for that carton. So
Yeah.
thanks for that.
No, that's it. I've seen your sports bet account.
Yeah.
Do better.
Okay, right. So, that was your holidays. My holiday. Well, anything else notable?
No, well, we went down, so the usual lovely wineries, cows sort of thing down that way towards Mount Barker.
Rudgy.
Mount Barker, Denmark.
Yes.
Beautiful part of the world.
Yep.
I reckon stems back to, it was Sam West's question about where would you
where would you go to? Yeah.
Yeah, every time I go over that way, very tempted.
Yeah.
It's just,
that's what I said.
beautiful.
Open a brewery and
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be sweet.
You went the opposite.
I did. We went to Carragini, so we went north.
First time?
First time.
Yep.
Total of 4,500 Ks. Didn't leave the state.
Beautiful.
Finished 1.5 Lord of the Rings books. Oh, that's how long it was.
Good.
But no, beautiful part of the state. I highly recommend it. Anybody wanting to see a bit of the north is to go there.
Yeah,
it's absolutely stunning. The gorges are amazing. The walks are cool. You can swim in almost all of them.
Yeah,
and it's just a fantastic spot. So.
Yeah, looked very good.
Yeah, no, it was very enjoyable. Couldn't recommend it enough. Just make sure you got a lot of fuel because there is a lot of driving between the gorges there. It's not a small national park. It's quite large.
Well, yeah. We're in the biggest state.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It'd be 100 Ks to like get from one. Well, we're in the centre, so 100 Ks one way, 100 Ks the other. You're doing a few gorges. Yeah. Anyway, take some fuel.
Fuel up. Good.
So, like I said, it's going to be a bit of a catch-up episode. Today we are going to announce our FUTY winner.
Yeah. See how that goes.
That we're going to save that one for the end. So stick around. Speaking of the end, did anyone listen to the end of the last one?
I think we decided that we had one person.
One person messaged us on Instagram, said it was the most funniest thing they've ever heard in their life.
Yeah. Well, that is bold.
It was a very, very funny story. If you haven't,
it's either a very low bar or it was good. So
if you haven't listened to the end of the last pod, guys, I highly recommend it. Listen to the song first because the song is an absolute banger.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But
I've just been cranking it all day. I mean, the song. Christ!
First the night shift. And now this
phrasing.
What are you doing in that poor cab, George?
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness. All right, well, yes, go and have a listen to the last at the end of it. There's a little Easter egg there. George tells us a little story.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. All right, so we've got 3 voice notes in total. Sorry, 5 voice notes in total. 2 are from one person, 2's from another, and 1's from another. So we'll see how we go. I haven't vetted these at all. We're going...
well, that's what you got the editing suite for.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just get out. There's 1 voice note. There's 2 voice notes. There we go. All right, so here we go. This one is from Luke.
G'day lads, Red Bear from Yarra, Victoria here. I'm a machinery operator for my mate owns a contracting business down here and we do hay and silage and sowing and all the fun stuff with good quality gear. John Deere's the only one to buy anyway. Just curious, this has been going around to farm this sowing season about whether you guys have any random paddock names that, you know, like the old, go do the paddock next to the tank paddock. Tank paddock hasn't had a tank in it for 35 years, but it's still called the tank paddock. Or the millet paddock hasn't had millet in it for 15 years, but it's still referred to as the millet paddock. Yeah, just curious as to whether you guys have any messed up names like that. And try and confuse your poor workers. Anyway, just curious. Cheers. Have a good one.
So, I mean, we don't really have any odd names.
We've got a couple. Do you want me to?
Yeah, well, go on. I mean,
all right. So the first one is the UB40.
Yes, yeah.
So that's your dad's fault.
Yes.
So there's a paddock here on our farm called the UB40, and this would be a good one for the dad's podcast.
Yeah.
And actually, because I'm sure that both of them don't listen to it, we'll see if they can fact check us. Like we can just put.
Actually, Mum listens to every episode, so she'll ask Dad.
Oh, okay. I believe my understanding is that the bank manager was coming around and asked what this paddock name is, and your dad didn't know, and he was listening to the radio and there was UB40 playing, and he just called it the UB40. That was my understanding.
I got no idea.
But
Yeah.
so there's a UB40, but just next to that in the driveway paddock, which stretches from the driveway out to the back.
Now it does, not in the
Now it
beginning.
does. Yeah. We've got a portion of that paddock that we once grew the variety Mako canola in. Tom and I still refer to that portion of the paddock as the Mako paddock.
Mako paddock,
So
yeah.
it hasn't changed. It's always just the driveway paddock.
Yeah.
And down at Nilaba, we've got the Bermuda square angle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Where nothing grows.
Yeah, it's a complete mystery
Yeah.
as to what happens in there. And because it's a square, but it's not actually a square, it's some sort of other four-sided shape.
What about lease country? When you pick up lease country, do they give you a map that has the names of it?
They do. I tend to not inherit those names. I just
I
start
reckon
with the naming.
that would be some funny ass names.
Oh yeah, when other people are, but that's yeah. So when people are referring to the lease country,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, you're in such and such paddock," I'm like, "No, I'm in 4."
You number it.
I just number it from north. Yeah,
Yeah, it was odd. Muresk had numbered paddocks, and that was the first time I'd ever experienced numbered paddocks.
Yeah.
Like, you got to have some meaning to it at least. Not paddock 48. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
it makes it easy for the workers.
well, does it? Depends if they all go in order.
Yeah,
So that,
and you start north to south and west to east, as you would read a page.
as you would read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if you then bought this one?
Oh, no, so that's where you come in. Okay, this is where it gets complicated. So the naming conventions that we use is like the farm name, abbreviated.
Yeah.
So we've got SUSE, so we've got SS1, SS2. So you're on the farm.
Yeah.
And then...
They weren't an elite fighting group for the
No, they weren't.
your arm is in a pretty particular.
Let's get this tucked right back down. Anyway, we'll move across to Jam Reserve. So JR1, JR2.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got paddocks only, Will's farm.
Yeah.
That was the farm that they bought, they cleared.
Yes.
So they had Paul's front, Paul's mid, Paul's back, Tim's front, Tim's mid, Tim's back, Pack's back, Pack's front, Pack's mid.
Yeah.
I don't know why Will never got one. But then they started having...
He was on the bulldozer.
other, yeah.
He didn't have
they
time
had
to
other
name them.
names for other paddocks, but then like Burnett's Dam.
Yeah.
Burnett dug the dam in that paddock, so that became Burnett's Dam, the
Yeah.
paddock. But for us, we've just got wherever we bought the neighbour out. So we've got Ray Hatton's,
Yeah.
front, back and mid.
Yeah.
Although now it's just front and back.
Yeah.
We've got Atherton's.
Yeah.
So again, bought out the farm, but that's like bush long because it's a long paddock. The one is always weird is that people when they hear it is we've got mums. So we've got mums mid, mums back, and mums front.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a weird thing for people to I don't know think or hear or associate. But
Go down mum's back.
Yeah, excuse me.
Come again?
But then the most confusing one we've got is Rasheen. So Rasheen is easy. It's Rasheen A, B, C, D, E, F.
Yeah.
But they're not in order.
Well, I mean, from a family of dyslexics, that's
So it's going around the clock. It's B, A, F, E, G, D, C.
right.
So
Good. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. So yeah, that gets a few people on that one.
Yeah.
But no silly silly-ish paddock.
Yeah, we've had a couple that were attempted. We've got the C paddock now. If Big Sauce is listening, he'll understand the C paddock at Neil Harbour. That was a difficult paddock.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got another one from Luke. I don't think I've listened to this one. So
Here we go. We'll go back in.
let's have a listen.
G'day lads, Red Bear here. Listening to your podcast about the cab essentials, and I can definitely say the AirPods would be a cab essential, especially when you're operating John Deere's with their shoddy Bluetooth. Not good at all when you're You know, listeners might as well be watching commercial TV, listening to the amount of times it cuts out while trying to listen to your podcast. So, 100% for the earpods. They're definitely required. Definitely required.
Again, I don't agree with AirPods if you've got other staff working in the same
around
paddock.
you.
But I do, like, I chuck mine in if I'm going down on, if I'm slashing or something. Or,
Yeah.
So, look, I do agree with that, but...
Yeah. So on the Bluetooth today.
Here we go. Fire him up, Luke. Old Red Bear got him going.
Got me going. Spraying today. The Bluetooth dropping in and out. So in the new one.
Yeah, I can't believe the new one does it.
New one
I would have thought they would have sorted it out.
They didn't. I think it might be like a deliberate thing that they've gone, yeah, this is actually pretty funny. Just make it deliberately shit.
Maybe it's because you got an Android.
Maybe. No. He works on every other system. It's perfect. You and Froth. Nah. Yeah. Yep.
All right. The next voice note, and again, guys, the Glass Cage Pod on Instagram. Send in your questions, your foodies, grind your gears, your voice notes. We love the voice notes. It's like you're here talking with us. Yeah, there could be a bit of a delay between the next potty, though, and when we get it. But here we go. This one's from Hugo.
Hey boys, love the pod. Greetings from Canada. I want to submit a grind my gears, and it's the way the Canadians handle spraying and their system of measurements. So recently I started doing some spraying here, and we fill up the water in gallons. We fill up the water rate on the sprayer is all in gallons to the acre, but you buy your chemical in litres. So everything's always got to be converted to your spray rate in gallons, and it's very backwards. So, cheers, boys.
Yeah, that would annoy me.
The Impetric system. I would just change to litres.
I would too. I'd change the
Water to litres.
water to litres on your tank.
How?
Which I'm assuming he does. But
How could you stuff that up, Canada?
because they'll be buying all of their things from America. Yeah, like they
we buy our sprayers from America.
Yeah, but I mean, Australia's a completely different market. They change a lot of stuff for Australia.
Yeah, change it for Canada. Simple. Oh no!
Sounds like a South Park episode.
Yeah, it's real easy like that. Just that would actually do my head in.
I would definitely screw up a brew on that one.
Oh yeah, no, I'd just be changing the litres. Bugger that.
Yeah. All right, so we've got two more to go, and they're both from Brody. So these ones I also haven't listened to.
Oh,
here we go.
Righto, lads. I've got something that really fucking grinds my gears. I did it to myself this morning. I've done it before plenty of times. Sit in the cab of $1 million sprayer, and now we're all folded up, turn the pump off, I'm in road mode, and as soon as you cross that paddock boundary, she's into it, she's spraying, everything's going off, and you just got chemical dribbling all down the side of it. It's always something shit like Treflan or copper, fucking just the worst chemicals we deal with.
The worst. I think I've done it with Treff.
Yeah.
And then you've just painted the whole side of your boom. And it's just like,
the old auto section control. Yeah. That's
that sucks.
It does. If you don't catch it in time either, like if you just see it and you're like quick off, it's okay. Most of the time, but no, I feel for you.
Yeah. So Rogator had something sort of similar. Now, had section control, but you always had to turn the master on off.
Yeah.
Like it would still, if you were in uncovered, it didn't matter about a boundary.
Yeah.
That made sense. So you'd be brewing up and you'd be fine. But it's not until you went from like freshwater fill and you switched the tap around to, because it wasn't a live boom.
Yeah.
So there was never anything going to the boom.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until you switched that tap around to spray and then poof, down it comes, and you're just quickly trying to switch it back or whack the pump off or... Yeah, so, no, definitely know that. All right, let's hear his second one.
Like, surely these days, these $1 million plus machines,
Sounds like it happened again.
they got to realise that, he's folded up, his pump's off, and he's in road mode. He's probably not going to want to spray at the moment. But we just make a hell of a mess, and then we have to go and have a wash up at the end of the day. Anyway, surely it's not just me. Cheers, keep up the good work.
I think it's really grinding his gears. He's just like, nah, come on, this isn't fair.
Yeah, I love that it's taken 2. That's good. No, that's yeah, no, man. Yeah, you've got us all on board on that one.
That's fantastic.
That's ordinary.
All right, well, we've that's all the voice notes. So we do have quite a few foodies to get to,
Yeah.
or maybe just a few foodies. And I think there's a few questions in here. I think there's a 2 a.m.y, maybe a grind your gears. So what do you want to hear first?
Should we finish on foodie because we're going to be...
Yeah, definitely should finish on foodie.
Yeah. Probably. Let's do a 2 a.m.
2 a.m.?
Yeah.
G'day, it's Rod from Serafin Machinery here, letting everyone know that our Serafin Machinery podcast is out now. Our aim is to cover agricultural updates, industry stories, and catch up with some special guests. So whether you're in the cab operating machinery, working in the office, or putting your feet up at the end of the day, you can listen to us on all major streaming platforms, our website, or watch us on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe as we're releasing episodes regularly. Serafin Machinery, we are your seeding and tillage specialists.
All right, so our 2 a.m. thought is, I think we were saying who the 2 a.m. thoughts were for. Can't remember. This one's a fine one. So this one's some names, Tom. 2 a.m. thought here for the next pod was sitting down enjoying a Red Bull on my lunch break at work when I realised, why is a Red Bull can blue, not red?
Good. Good. Maybe have a couple more and think about that.
And then we've got a grinder gears. Now, we were keeping them anonymous. I think he wouldn't care if I said it or not. But his grinder gears is when the CRC can falls over and snaps the tip off.
Oh,
But
nothing
the can
worse.
is full.
Nothing worse.
I had that happen when we were cleaning up and working on the cedar, and I was dirty.
Yeah. No, that's really annoying. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, we had on the tracks, like on the cat.
Yes,
the
yeah,
guys accidentally left a can in the between the
oh
mid-roll.
yeah.
Yeah, stopped it pretty quick, thinking something had gone very wrong as I was backing out. But yeah, no.
So we do have now. Everyone's got to bear with me because I've got them on my phone. I've got to try and find where everything is.
Yeah.
But we do have a follow up. So we did have the Northern Riverina Electrical. So the solar panel guy.
Ah, yes, yep.
So he did. He obviously heard the pod, and then he followed up with what we were talking about.
Yep.
So we may as well touch on that.
Yep.
So he says he could go on about agri-voltaic. Oh God,
Voltaics.
that's the word. Yes, George was correct in brackets.
Good.
Can't remember what we were debating on that one, but.
Yeah, the height and positioning. For grazing underneath.
Okay, so then he goes, sheep didn't work due to possibly because they were dorpers. So if anyone's
well, dorpers just don't work in general, do they?
if anyone who's got sheep will know that they're
Yeah.
they're the ones that shed.
Yeah.
So he goes, plenty of tucker, but itchy something word.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have 3,000 control boxes underneath the structure for controlling the tilt, etc.
Yeah.
They would rub on the boxes and break all the plugs.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough on that one. So and meat birds are just chooks. Good. Because we were saying turkeys.
Yeah.
So for meat, not eggs. And he goes, brackets, you bloody turkeys.
Yeah, way to fancy it up.
Yeah. So niche market though, Similia breed, bigger bird, longer turnaround, 12 to 14 weeks, rather than standard white meat shed chook, which is 7 to 9 weeks. So, didn't know anything about that. Grown to 2 kilos, even sometimes just shy of 3. Sold into high-end restaurants and butchers in Sydney. So that's yeah, that's pretty good.
So
and
they
they'd
make it
love
to,
that because
so they go to Nando's, not to KFC.
he's got Neil Perry, so his restaurants. So they would love that because that's carbon neutral.
Yes,
You know, because it's in a solar farm.
Probably be carbon positive.
Yeah. Well, they need to get carbon neutral. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, one, the SF client, not wasting land, solar farm, obviously. And two, the restaurants, the green energy, not wasting land, claim, etc.
Yeah.
We can't collect water without intensive design change, large gaps in panels. I would say cooler climate, more moist climate due to temp differences. We are semi-marginal in Hillston, 320 mils of rain. Oh, so they're less than us.
Yep.
I would say it's like we are farming 3 to 4 hours southeast of us. Don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I would love to sow some lucerne or various low canopy hay varieties in the panel lines, cut and bale for hay. That'd be interesting. Keep up the good work, Advice Tube. Avid Tube follower and podcast listener, watcher, Tim. So there we go. It's Tim.
Excellent.
So Tim, sorry for butchering everything in that message.
Yeah.
But it's good to get a follow up on that.
No, and it's always that's awesome. Like to get the answers back again from the questions that we had.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting space. It's always highly controversial whenever anyone mentions renewable energy on farmland.
Yeah.
And people go, you've got to feed Australia first. And I think, mate, do you know how much goes out in ships? Like, we're fine. We're good.
Yeah.
Like, let's just find ways like this, the ways that we can skin the cat.
Oh, yeah. 100%. So I got to get away from all this stuff on my phone here, which says FUTY on it. Let me get to a question. So this one's a good one. This one is from Jack. He sent me through the reels of the Wandels.
Right.
And I think you're going to know where this is going. Thoughts on the Wandel 60-foot CTF operation is very cool and impressive. Some very extreme thoughts and preparation put into the idea by the looks. So he sent me the reels of that giant
the straw
spreader.
Yep.
So I've got some thoughts on the 60-foot.
Yeah.
You've got some, I guess my first comment would be we are nowhere near as intense CTF as what they are.
Yeah, nowhere near.
They do not allow anything to drive anywhere but the tram.
Yeah.
So for us, we use two chasers per two headers, but one chaser's always getting two headers.
Yeah.
So we get one chaser goes to one header and then it comes off the tram, goes to the next tram.
Yeah.
Goes up. And we allow them to turn around in the paddock only because otherwise it's silly for them to go
all the way
1.2 Ks up, come all the way back down, another 2 Ks, come back up to get the other header. It's going to be stopped. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This is the way they've done it. So obviously works for them. But and everyone might have seen the videos, but they've designed a chute that goes on the front of the chaser bin. Of the tractor, I should say.
Yeah.
They drive the tractor right up behind the
header.
The header.
Yeah.
They unload with the auger folded in.
Yep.
And then they've got a conveyor auger system that goes over the back into the. It's an epic setup.
Yeah.
But to me, that just seems a bit silly. But they obviously get the 100% effectiveness of controlled traffic. They would not have any, like, it would just be beautiful soil.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's sort of, they've been controlled traffic. They went the other way. So from the extreme large that they are now to, when they started was 30 foot. So 9 meter base, because that was the only way that it could be done 100%.
Yes,
this is when everyone was going 12 meter base. You still had to find a compromise for your harvest to be able to get the grain out.
Yeah.
But to then make the step and go, right, we've got to double our productivity and go out to 18-meter systems and then engineer the solutions to those problems.
Yeah.
It is fantastic, like fantastic engineering.
Oh, you need innovators in farming.
But it's not for everyone. But these guys are
for one.
one. Yeah, like
it's literally for one.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, you're not going to see anybody taking on. They'll take on the other thing we're about to talk on. But not the chaser bin riding right behind the header.
I don't think so. I think that's probably a custom sort of job.
Yeah.
But it's I know that there's been a lot of work that went into doing it, and chasing after that ideal, like it's like they've done it very well. They're farming very, 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 very well.
Oh,
but it's
100%.
Yeah, it's not like you said. It's not for everyone, but it's it's great to see it. Like, I mean, people pull the shit and out of them. But I mean,
everyone's going to.
As much as I pull the shit out of the Queenslanders.
Yeah, everyone, as soon as someone sees something that they think is ridiculous on TikTok or Instagram, which is where it went viral.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just stupid, mate. What are you doing that for? And blah, 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 without even understanding or knowing the whole practice behind it.
Yeah. Or that these guys are chasing 1%ers because they've got everything else.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
dialed in.
We seed canola on the angle.
Yeah.
And Henry can see it from the boom spray where the seeders lines.
Yep.
Obviously, you can see the tractor.
Yeah.
He's on the tram and you can see it on the angle. The crop physically dips.
Yeah.
Where the just the wheel of the seeder out on the wing is. You can see the dip. So you get what they're going for. They're going for a complete, absolutely no compaction. Well, compaction only on tram system.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd love to know the logistics at harvest though, because the whole one chaser per header just wouldn't work for us. I don't know if they're doing smaller paddocks, but we can't have one header, one chaser.
Yeah, you fill up and then you're out.
And I mean, we've got 2 headers, 2 chasers. It's more header 1 always stays with chaser 1.
Yeah.
And header 2 stays with chaser 2. Whereas chaser 2 it does both headers. Chaser 1 does both headers. It just we cannot make that work.
Yeah.
Not even in the small paddocks.
Yeah. Well, it goes when we're talking about like heavy engineering solutions, the Nexat, like the platform, the European platform.
Oh yes, the robot looking thing.
Yeah, it's a platform all the way across.
Yep.
Like so we look at the solution that the guys have come up with for 18-meter fronts and stuff. They've got everything that's off the shelf effectively up until the point of like the chaser bins and the residue management stuff. They cop flack from people about over-engineering, yet everyone sees this Nexat and goes, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, hang on.
Yeah.
So, I just see there's a little bit of a bit of hypocrisy when people come to criticising, but it's always the way.
Of course there is. And from criticism, you do get like some good points. You're like, oh, okay, that does, maybe I should have tried this or... But you just mentioned it, the residue management system that they have built, I can see them commercialising that and people purchasing that.
Well, it immediately your harvest efficiency increases.
You're only taking the top or you're just... windrowing it all, so it doesn't... you got no issue of power being drawn.
Yeah.
Your weeds aren't getting spread until they go into the residue management system.
It does lead itself to being able to be used as if you were to put a chaff topper, chaff top out of the back of your header.
Yeah.
And then if your residue management system also had a destructor in there, and it could be a bigger, broader system.
Getting straw through that though.
Well, I mean...
But what they've done, how would you just best describe it to people? So it's if people haven't seen it, it's this,
I'd say it's like a baler crossed with a Bredel spreader.
Yeah,
with
but with
arms,
4 spreading. So a conveyor system, you've got 2 close, and then you got 2 out wide.
Yep,
and they spread consistently to their 60 foot.
Yep,
and they that comes in after the headers. And it's got a whole chopping thing in there, and it just does the job. I can see that being commercialised. That is something that people would definitely love.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be a long episode.
Strap in.
All right. So let me find down here. We should have done this a bit better. All right. Hayden. He's got a little quick question. Would you ever buy a grain trailer for your trucks and cart your own products /FUT?
We do.
You do?
Yep.
I don't.
Yeah.
Now, would I buy one? Probably not. I mean, I've got Brian.
Yeah.
I've got, there's lots of contractors out there that you can use, and it means that I'm not having to maintain a truck, rego on a truck, maintenance on a truck, maintenance on the your audits, your licenses, your logbooks, and then come harvest, I don't need to find an extra staff member, which we all know is damn near impossible sometimes.
And shuffling grain and like little bits and pieces around. You've got cousins and neighbours.
Yeah, exactly.
It works.
And then we will have the Earnshaw bin now as well.
Yeah.
Whereas we couldn't really use that before because the Norrish, I should say, because it was always on stands and it was really too hard. Yeah. Okay, now Will has got a good question. How do you think you would go if you were part of an experiment for a full calendar year on a 1940s era farm with 1940 era equipment, knowing what you know now of modern technology?
Oh, I've thought about this a little bit up and back.
Yeah.
1 year you can't change anything. Like, I mean, you could, but people are going to look at you and just say, no, you're insane. And everything that we do is like 1940s. Remember?
I mean,
There's no glyphosate.
we're going to war pretty soon.
Yeah. No, already been. Or midway through.
Yeah.
Midway through. 1940s.
Yeah, 1942 is when the war ended. So
Yeah. So it's...
we're already
45?
at war.
Anyway.
42? Or is it 42 when it started?
42 is when America entered. 1942 was when America entered.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was like 39 to 45.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway.
We weren't conscripted.
History.
That's why people listen to hear us argue dates about World War II.
Yeah, I reckon
you were talking about the goddamn SS before.
Seuss say. The SS.
The SS and whacking off in your tractor. I don't know what the you're up to, buddy.
Oh, wow. Anyway, long story short, 1940s technology, I don't think that we could change much. I think that I'd probably, I don't know what I would do. Honestly, like...
So 1940s, we're going back to basically, here we're going back to horses.
Yeah. Here it's bush.
Yeah, but where's the experiment? Let's say it's up in Wagen, somewhere like that, somewhere where Wagen, like the old places, like old established places.
Yeah.
Your horseback, your ploughing.
Yeah.
There's the occasional tractor dozer.
Yeah. Yep.
Look, it'd be hard.
Okay, no, I'm going to think about this. If I'm going back with all my knowledge now, and I've got 1 year, and I'm in 1940s, I am busting ass over to Scadden, and I'm squaring off 10,000 hectares for myself with a little dozer. I'm going around the outside.
It's you're thrown into, like, right now, not going back to 1940s.
Yeah.
It's right now you're given, let's just say, 100 acres because it's not big. It's not big land you're given.
Yeah.
So you've got 100 acres, and we're going to put you right now either here or up in Wagen, York, somewhere there. You got 100 acres with all of the 1940s technology.
Oh,
you don't need to clear the farm or anything.
Do we have 1940s price beer?
Sure.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm a piss wreck.
I'm sure they all were anyway.
I'd grow wheat. Wheat's the easy one.
Yeah, something that can go well in tilled ground because obviously you have to. You're not allowed to. Well, not allowed to. You won't be spraying.
Yeah.
So you're tilling. You're ploughing. It's hopefully not a windy year if we're down here.
Yeah.
So you would want to be up at somewhere like York, Beverley with good dark soil.
Or just hanging on the rivers here. Yeah. That's about it.
How would it go? I reckon poorly.
Yeah, it'd go poorly, but
I reckon it'd
be wheat and hay. I reckon that'd be about it.
All right, so I think we are now. If I've missed a question to anyone who's put it in, I'm sorry.
Send it again.
Send it again. I did try and do my best to try and capture all of the things that came through, But yeah, I think we're on to foodies now, and we shall decide our best foodie.
Yeah.
So we've got a few crackers that came through.
Rightio.
All right, so from Luke, he goes, hey fellas, how's this one for a foodie entry? Spreading lime sand, then the Bluetooth connection was lost between tractor and spreader. The horrific part of it all was the wiring for the controller in the cab didn't snap. It pulled the whole thing, screen and all, out the back window, narrowly missing the operator's head as it went out at rapid speeds. And then we've got our pictures just there.
As a marshal.
I will have to get all these and then smash the back window.
Wow.
So I will have to get all these and put them up on an album so everyone can go through them. But yeah, it is.
That's like a Looney Tunes sort of effort.
Yeah.
Like, imagine sitting in the cab and then it's just gone, whoop.
I mean, that is definitely high tier.
Oh,
That is definitely
that's
high
high
tier.
tier.
I do like the old reference to Bluetooth.
Yeah.
With
Yes. It's not only disconnected, it's actually
but
left
yeah,
the building.
that I reckon you're driving using a new pair of pants and you take them out for a countery.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
that's
huge.
That's a big one.
Now he did also send through another one. He goes, also fellas, what's your thoughts on this? Good operating skills or just plain stupidity? We get a lot of casuals in for seeding and common sense doesn't appear to come with them all. Now I'm going to show you the phone and you let me know. So there's a bit of silence here, guys. I thought George would have described it, but
Are we looking at the wobble?
no, we're looking at how close they seeded to the truck that they didn't move.
Oh, the hay hasn't parked that.
Stupidity.
Yeah.
So what it is
I thought that he had just parked it there and we're looking at the wobble in the seat.
no, it's a truck that was on the track.
Yeah.
And then the seeder guy's gone, yeah, I won't hit that. And then I think he's clicked onto auto steer, and I think the auto steer saved him because there's no way a man can hold it that still.
No.
There's no way.
There's no way.
But that is stupidity.
Yeah, wow. No, look, low tier because there was no damage. Obviously, that's too close.
That is
That's too close.
that is way too close. All right, so here's our next one, and this next one is from Heath. This was his F up. Long story short. God, I'm good at reading. Our sprayer was broken down, 140-foot boom, and had a contractor come in, 120-foot boom. And once our sprayer came back, I was spraying and not even thinking about it. I followed the contractor's tyre marks. You can see where this is going, but worked out real quick that was a problem as I hit the first power pole 100 metres into the outside lap. No. So this boom spray's been out and broken, and he's then gone and broke it again.
Oh, and it's a Hardy. Oh, man.
That is high tier because that is your own foolishness or...
Yeah, look, this. You know how I had the analogy of the sub coming on and doing their ACL? That's doing the ACL, getting the surgery, coming back, first quarter, snapping it again.
Yeah, yep.
Wow.
So we then got, there we go, not our, this one's from Scotty. Not my best day in the glass cage. Everything was going fine until it wasn't. Fell off the tram lines. Not much you can do once it happened. And then there is a nitro bogged up to the wheel motors.
Yeah, I hate that feeling because it's like you're on roller skates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a mid.
It's a mid tier because it's like unbogging SPs is not fun at the best of times.
Plus, hang on, what GPS has he got on the top there?
It's a Miller. If it's Trimble.
Didn't we get a good Snapchat from you the other day?
Man, okay, quick segue here.
Yeah, go for it.
So
I'll find the next one.
Shout out to Ben Myers, who's farming over. He's working over in Newdigate at the moment. Yep. He has sent me completely off the charts, just like randomly. He sent me one. Hasn't known about my troubles with Trimble. He has got the Trimble shutting off every like 2 minutes. It is disengaging and shutting off. And it's sitting there spinning in a circle, everything. But it's not an FM 1000, it's not the 10-year-old system like I've got. He's actually got the new system going, and it has failed so much worse than my one has.
Oh, man.
And he was losing it. Like, yeah, fair play.
No, sorry to distract you there, George. I think the other camera's just turned itself off. But
that's all right. We'll deal with
That's
that.
all right. So this is our last FUTY, and you can tell it's starting to get a bit wet around the place. He said the big yellow pussycat and 110-ton snatch strap dragged it out backwards. Again, it's another nitro, and it's from Scotty.
Oh,
Was Scotty the last one that did
that
the
was
nitro?
Scotty. Yeah, so it's twice.
So twice he's done it. So that's all of our FUTYs. It's time for you and I to have a little discussion. I've got one in my mind, which I reckon is the best.
Yeah,
And
I've got to try and think back through them.
I'll tell you which, and I would go through all of them, but I haven't saved them all.
Have you got three top? I've got two that stick in my mind.
I've definitely got one. So this is my top one, and again, we should have prepared for this.
Probably should have.
But the one that hit the center pivot and knocked his tire off. Or what? Yeah, the tire off the center pivot.
Yeah,
like, that is just the biggest FUTY, because how the hell do you hit a center pivot?
The 4.5 meter implement.
It's not like it's traveling fast, and it wouldn't have been on when you're doing it.
Yeah, man, that's not good.
That's definitely my contender for the top.
Yeah, I was split between two, and mine is not so much on like physical damage, but emotional damage. So emotionally, I think that the water bottle getting kicked into the window and breaking that.
Yep.
That's one that brings you right back down to home. That's high tier emotional damage.
Yeah.
And the other was the 2 broken boom sprays. That just that's enough to demoralize any season.
Hang on, which one? Because that one, wait,
no,
that was the early one where he had it fall off.
He broke the John Deere.
Yep,
had to fix the John Deere, and
the
then
trailing one, broke the same day as well.
In the same paddock.
Yep.
But out of the two of those, purely on just emotional FUTY, has to be like the windscreen being shattered. But I've got to agree that the hitting a centre pivot.
I don't know. Oh, I wish we'd planned this better and like we could give him a call, because
that's some dumb fuckery.
It's gonna be the biggest FUTY because it's such a small implement.
It's good
to hit a big giant center pivot. But not only just hit it, but to rip the wheel off. And then now you got to fix the wheel on the center pivot.
You've got to replace that section.
Yeah, no, you'd have to replace the whole, because it's all motors on the wheels. Yeah. I don't know,
but it's like midsection too.
It's definitely look that's definitely my my one forward.
I think we've got to run with that. That's got to be first place. I'm going to say that I got to say second place is the windscreen. The windscreen's got to be second place.
All right, so I've got it. So the winner is Daniel Edwards.
Well done, Daniel. That's good. Well, I mean, not well done. Pull your head in.
Oh, of course, there was Rowan Trevenan's brother. Clint doing the
the bucket
that was
underneath.
Hilarious. But so the second place is Ben Pleckham.
Yep,
definitely got that wrong
with the windscreen. He'll know who he is.
And then the third was Hugo with the 2 boom sprays.
Yeah. No, thanks everyone for sending him in. It's
been good.
It's good to know that we're not the only ones that have a FUTY.
No, I think it's always good to have a bit of a laugh about it too.
Yeah.
It's not so much a bragger's board sort of thing, but shit happens and
normalise it.
Yeah. Not to a point that you want to keep doing it, but
no.
What was yours the other day?
What did I do?
Someone did what old Johnny Boy did a few times when he was young.
What? Remind me. What did I? Oh, I've repressed this memory. Right. Okay. Righto.
Pray tell.
Right. Okay. So was out at SS4. I was trying to finish off the one good spray day that we get here per year. I was trying to finish off my broadleaf sprays. I ran out of chemical twice trying to do 400 hectares. Trying to finish it off.
Yeah.
Had to run back in to grab another 5 litres of three-way brew.
Yep.
Rushing, plugged it on, slurped it up, got back in the cab, had just gotten a Snapchat from one of the guys here who said, I was like, this is a stuff up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Come on, sort your shit out, George.
Yeah, yeah.
You should be better than this. And he had the audacity to say, so long as the boom is not broken, it's a good Friday. I was like, righto, yep. Fucking load up your ass, Brody. Anyway, I backed out, heard a snap, knew exactly what it was, left the hose on. First time in 10 years I've left the hose connected to the boom spray, snapped the banjo fitting, ran over the hose. For 5 litres of triathlon.
God, wasn't it funny when we got that Snapchat? It was
I squarely blame Brody for that. That is Brody's fault, not mine, because he jinxed me.
You obviously changed something in your routine though, because that's what got me when I did it. Was I changed something in my routine.
I was only slurping up one chemical, because I've gone from a full brew to I've just got to get the broadleaf out.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have enough. Any of the other. I'll just get this done. That was the one thing that I changed, was getting rid of all the other and rushing. So,
it's fantastic.
Man.
It was yeah.
So angry. I was so angry.
At least like when I did it, either the hose was going with me, or I'd ripped it out of the tank and it had then broken off the thing, and then the tank is still leaking, and you've also screwed up the filter fitting, and so you didn't do it too bad.
I didn't do it too bad. I admittedly snapped a banjo fitting, which
It's pretty good effort.
pretty expensive, but the little yellow fitting, the cheap hose end, held up, all good. Still, that just really made my day. And then got to the other boom spray. Had to use the spare boom spray over the other farm.
Yep.
And could not get RTK to work on the John Deere.
Oh,
Yeah, so
solar flare.
No, I was raging, hardcore raging.
Oh no, very good. Well, there we go.
Yeah,
I think we'll leave it there.
Yep, that's a long one.
Yeah. So again, a massive thank you to Serafin.
Yes.
We hope to partner with you guys in the future.
Yep.
If not, we do understand.
Yeah. Hopefully there's been enough value. Hopefully the audience has gotten behind you.
Yeah. Everyone go and follow their Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube,
Podcast.
It's all linked below.
Yep.
And again, a massive thank you to everyone listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been great. I think this last season with Serafin has been our best so far.
Yeah.
Lot more interaction from everybody.
Yep.
I think it's just been great. So
That's good fun. Looking forward to the live one.
yeah. No, we definitely will get a live out. We will need to figure out a date.
Yeah.
It could be last week of August or first week of September, maybe
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yep.
We'll make that sort of
Tentatively. Let's put it in there.
yeah. Because if we put it end of July, it's a bit too quick. So
Yeah, it's only...
that's only 2 weeks away after this pod comes out.
Now you're doing my head in.
This pod comes out next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Reg. Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah. Look, guys, we will be back regardless if we're sponsored or not. We will be back. Our plan is September.
Yeah.
We're going to sort of have August off
Yep.
and then back in September.
Yeah.
And
I'm really hoping that we find a sponsor so we don't have to start an OnlyFans.
yeah, well, you definitely can't go on Foot Finder with those bloody toes.
Hobbit feet.
Oh, goodness. No, thank you, everyone. And we'll see you at the live.
Yeah. See you then.